Yo, there's actually people awake. Hello from Australia. Where you lot watching this from? Because I know people in London, they're sleeping right now. Yes. Oh yeah? You're not hungry, you're water fasting. Yeah, how many people's water fasting? Shout out to you lot. Oh, it's only 12:41 in London. Yeah, shout out to you lot in Florida. That's where I'm at. Sabrina. Kimberly and Cali. Dallas Hydration Gang. Yeah. Money, Cali. Steph from DC. Oh yeah. Ooh, Ash in Dubai. Saying I swear I know you. How to strengthen teeth on a plant-based diet. Stop eating refined carbohydrates. Don't eat acid-forming foods. Easy. Stop adding vinegar to your foods as well. Orlando. I heard Orlando, they're real strict to this with people coming out of their house right now. If you don't wear a mask, you're gonna get a fine. That's a bit too deep for me. No, I'm not in Thailand. I'm in Florida with the fam. Who else is fasting? Yo, why are people in London awake at this time scrolling on Instagram? What do I think of garlic? I think garlic is good for you as a medicament. You only use it when you need to use it because, yes, it's antiparasitic. Yes, it's antimicrobial. But at the same time, it does kill your good bacteria in your gut. Therefore, you shouldn't be using garlic on a daily basis. Garlic actually reduces the diversity of your microbiome. So if you're a fan of using garlic in your food every day, then know that it's killing off your bacteria in your microbiome. Hence, I don't use garlic when I cook my food, or when my missus cooks my food. She doesn't use garlic. I only use garlic when you're feeling poorly or you have some type of bacterial infection, but not on a daily basis. Same thing goes for onions. Yes. Berlin. London quarantine, but in Melbourne. Hey, listen, I heard it's nice out there right now. Do I believe that fasting cures coronavirus? I think a lot of people need to actually do research on this whole coronavirus thing, because it's getting a bit mad. That's all I'm going to say, because when I start saying certain words, all of a sudden there's 5 people on my live, or I can't even do a live anymore. 4 days into your juice and water fast so far. Oh yeah, you got that the Rev Foods Cola Zone. Yeah, serious. Why not onions? Because onions, just like garlic, contain sulfone hydroxy ions, and that can penetrate your blood-brain barrier, which can allow other toxins into it. Bars is not fiber still. Onions, back in the 70s onwards, they never allowed any of their pilots to consume onions. Reason being is because it slows down your reaction. And they noticed it slowed down your reaction 3 times to 5 times the speed that it normally would. Your brain or the body would naturally react to something. Therefore, pilots could not consume onions 3 days prior to them flying the airplane. So a lot of sports people that I do nutritional consultations with, I make sure that they don't consume onions or garlic prior to them playing whatever sport it is that they play. Same thing goes for any of the forbidden foods. So that's onions, red onions, whatever color onion, spring onion, garlic, leek. Yeah. Is fasting a good way to lose weight? Yes, it is a good way to lose weight, but it shouldn't be your primary reason to want to water fast. Because if it's weight loss that you're looking, it actually depends on how overweight you are. If you're highly overweight and you do a water fast, it's really good at breaking down the blood vessels that feed your skin, that feed your skin to be able to stretch that wide. Therefore, when you fast whilst you're eating well, exercising, it allows you to lose weight without actually having the excess skin afterwards, because the water fast will actually break down those tissues whilst you're losing weight and while it's breaking down your body fat.
Yo, Margaret,
Long time no see.
is your thing still private?
No.
Good. I just unprivate my thing so that your people can see me and I can see your people.
Yeah, I tried to add you and it wasn't working.
I'm there.
How's your fast going?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna break it soon. You need to get yourself one of these.
That's looking powerful.
Bam.
Are you charging
Oh,
in the sun?
of course. You know what's interesting?
Yes.
When it's in the sun, yeah, and the water's inside of it, like loads of bubbles start appearing in the water.
Mm.
Yeah, like it's doing something to the water. But when it's not in the sun, there's no bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
which
crystal
is
is
my
that? I can't see it. Can't see the color.
amethyst.
Yeah.
But they're all different ones. Rose quartz, loads of different ones. Shungite.
Shungite sounding strong. All right. So,
So
Mr.
why?
7 Day water fast. What was your hardest day?
Sorry. Someone was
I
calling me.
said,
Hang on.
you did your 7 Day water fast. What was your hardest day? Oh, look at this. Let's see what I've got on here. Truth Seeker, yeah? You're doing the fast with us. Wicked. We are going to bring fruits and roots to the UK. But this madness happened.
Yo, you
Yeah,
can hear me?
yeah.
My hardest day. I figure, day. There was 2 days that was hard for me. Day. Day two, I felt a bit off,
Yeah.
and then day six, again, I felt like a bit. I don't know. I feel like I didn't just feel weak. I also felt like a bit spaced out. Whereas day three and four were my most productive days, like powerful. Like I felt really, really well rested. I had lots and lots of energy. My brain was flying. But it was like day two was a bit peak, and day six was like, oh, I feel a bit mad. But then it was mad because on day three, I passed stool, and on day seven, I passed stool.
Mm.
And I was like, what did I pass? It wasn't halting either. So I was like, what did I pass? And it was just impacted waste that was just stuck up there.
Yeah.
Clearly, when it was coming out of me, it was giving me a problem, or I had toxins in it or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see what you mean about you get to a certain point, you could just not eat again. It's just, I feel like everything. The other thing that I found is that everything is a bit just slower. Like I don't have as much energy for people. I mean, I'm here on my own anyway, but I don't have as much energy. Like for instance, I spoke to my friend and he wanted to have a debate, and I just didn't have the energy to debate with him.
No, you don't.
And I did debate with one friend, and it gave me pain in my liver, and I was just like, I need to come off the phone to
Yeah,
you.
yeah, because all of those things affect us in so many different ways. When people do a water fast, I let them know that it isn't just, you're not just abstaining from food, but you're abstaining from negative energy. You're abstaining from people that don't emit positivity from them. You're abstaining from the programming that people are used to channeling into when they're watching television. It's because they don't realize what they're feeding their mind plays a serious effect on the body's mechanics whilst they're water fasting. So that's a perfect time to be meditating, perfect time to be reading, perfect time to be writing, but not absorbing negativity, watching the news, watching bullshit television shows. Your body becomes very sensitive when you're water fasting. So when it comes to speaking, at times, even repeating yourself, it's just an effort.
It was an effort.
Yeah. And that waste that your body eliminated, trust me, if you ever done like a hydrotherapy session during a water fast, you feel like you're flying. Because first we're like, where did all this waste come from? Because we think that every time we're passing swords that we're ridding all our waste from our guts, but we're not. Because we have emotional blockages. We hold particular emotions hold blockages in certain areas of our colon, which will allow stool to pass by it, but it won't remove those stools. It's because there's certain tension that we're holding on to. So when you do like a hydrotherapy session and you have that waste removed, yeah, you're floating. And listen, you never get a chance to train, but if you had bars anywhere near you, it would have been mad.
I definitely didn't feel like I could box. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
that's more endurance. Endurance is hard work, but your strength just it magnifies.
Yeah. How often do you fast? I mean, I know I live with you, but how often do you fast like routine? Because it seems like you just always fasting. In fact, it just seems like you don't eat. Like I don't understand you sometimes. I'm like, does this guy not like to?
You know, you and Lacine like to force me into eating, but
Don't act like it's some kind of like, yo, family in here. Don't let this guy coerce you in that me and Lacine is bad people because we're forcing him to eat. We're not forcing him
you're
into eat.
forcing
He
coming through with seaweed and hummus.
Ooh. All the people that don't know,
Got a
seaweed and
sound healing thing going.
yes, my singing bowl from Nepal. Seaweed and hummus is the plug, and soon I'm
Man
gonna have
needs
my hummus
yeah.
company and my seaweed company. You can get that from me. Hang on, let's just be honest, yeah. Alright, this is what, yo, people them, listen to this. This man at like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning with a pot of seaweed hummus, just standing up by the counter, yeah, looking for snacks. He'll get his little bowl of peanuts. Don't let this guy fool you, you know. He fasts so that he can eat snacks at 2 a.m. That's true. Now, but for real, most of the time you're actually fasting. So do you follow a particular routine of fasting, or do you just fast when you feel like it?
I follow my body's routine. Some days I
Oh.
just feel like I don't actually. There is no actual calling for hunger. There's no calling to consume anything. My body just wants fluids, or it just wants water, and sometimes it doesn't want water, and I just dry fast. So I used to do routines where I would do 36 to 42 hours a week, Sunday to Tuesday afternoon, and then I started doing 5 days a month. on top of 7-day water fast with groups. And then I just started listening to my body. My body didn't feel like I needed to eat anything, so I stopped eating when it felt like that. There's lots of people that like to follow moon cycles. There's people that like to do fasts where they just say, well, they're going to do a big fast at the beginning of the year. And then people fast for religious purposes. My main thing is fasting for health, and fasting at the time when my body calls for no food.
But those fasting, those religious fasts, like, let's be honest with you, those fasts are not for health. Because you cannot fast 18 hours and then night time you eat some dates, then you eat some milk, then you eat in lamb, and then you eat in like whatever rice and things, go back to bed and then not eat all day. Because for the next 18 hours you're just processing all that crap that you just ate.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, I have a lot of Muslim friends that I speak to a lot when it comes to fasting during Ramadan, which is about to start very soon. And we discuss that a lot, and how much of the teaching that's been lost. Because when they are eating just a few dates, that's basically all that they should be eating. It's not even that much more food than that. It's because you're not supposed to be eating food where your body struggles to process it, where you're passing wind. Like, there's just so much that goes into it that with most religions, the fasting aspect of it, the true meaning behind it has been lost. And it's been adapted to suit a small few people, which is spread across the masses. Whereas when you're fasting for health, then you're being conscious about what you're putting back into your body. So when people, for instance, when I do speak to my Muslim brothers, when they do fast and they break fast with light fruit, especially like watermelons or melons in general. Dates afterwards, because I express to them the process and how long it takes to break down in comparison to eating dates and then eating other fruits afterwards. And that way they feel great. So when they come out of Ramadan, they feel incredible. They feel like they really cleansed themselves. They really cleansed their spirit. Whereas growing up in school, we had a lot of people that were Moroccan that used to do their fast, and they'll still be swearing, they'll still be talking a lot of nonsense to girls and stuff like that. I'm like, and then they just carry that on into the adult life. But yeah, and then you have people that, to be honest, fasting is dry fasting. You abstain from everything. You abstain from any addiction. That's liquids, that's smoking, that's sex, that's television, that's anything that you find that you say to yourself, you have to do it, otherwise you're not living. That's what you're supposed to be abstaining from. That's
So what? Man can't do a 7-day water fast and just be like beating out the whole time?
Nah. Even on the water fast, you're not supposed to be having sex. You're not supposed to be kissing.
Damn. Well, good thing I'm on my...
No masturbation, nothing.
Definitely not that. I don't know how people was able to do that and fast. But like I said to man like Axe yesterday, yo, so what you gonna do this fast? This every weekend type of thing. This is why I can't wait for him to do. And he's like, yeah, man's yeah. I just alright, yeah, I forgot, but I'm gonna put down the fruit tea. That I got a fruit tea. So after that I'm fasting. I was like, yeah, cool, just carry on drinking what? You've only drank a fruit tea. So that you can do the 36 hours. It's like, yeah. So